Hi, hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So in this video, I would like to show you on how to install and configure the new update of Neko Club Kit. So the first thing first, all you need to do is go to experience settings, security, and turn on the allow HTTP requests and enable studio access to API services. Why is that? Because that's how we check the whitelist. Second, after we insert the model from the toolbox, which I will be giving you after you bought the system, we just need to ungroup them on their respective places, accordingly. On server script, server storage, starter character, and starter GUI, and this one is starter pack. I haven't ungrouped this. And this one is starter player script, and the last one should be on the workspace. Then delete the empty folder. I'm trying to show you this as quick as possible. First thing first, about the live screen, for example, like top 1 2 3, also this one, these, we need to pay attention on starter GUI. We could open the not this one but Neko Club Kit. There is this one, donor screen 1 and 2, which is this one 1 2. You can click on the surface GUI and you could see on the properties. Wait, let me just pull this up. On the properties, and there should be a door knee. You should repoint the door knee to their respective part or respective live screen on the workspace. For example, it is already connected, as you can see right there, but there is no shame in reassuring that this is already connected. So let's say this one, or this one is not the one. It should be, hold up, let me just see. Or this one is player screen, and this one, there it is. So this should be connected to this one, and then this one, the live 2, should be connected to this one. And after that, do the same with other, like this player screen, which means it will be this one and this one. Top donor back screen, these two, donor back, this one, and also this one, and the last one should be top donor screen, this, and the last one should be this one. So that's how you show the avatars later in game. And then the next thing is make sure the rig templates are close to the rig stand. For example, like this one, we have the rig stands. Let me search up rig templates just to show you. It's on server storage. So the rig stand or the rig templates position should be relatedly close to their rig stand. Otherwise, the rig won't be built in game if it's too far from the rig stand. You could point it below the terrain, just like that, and we could take them back to the server storage right there. And then now we should take a look on each config for each system. We search up config. Now we could see there are many config right there. Let me just open them one by one. Okay, there we are. Starting from Neko DJ config. Neko DJ config, as you can already see right there. These are the admin IDs. Of course, the ones who can skip the music and such, limitless. That's how the admin works. And the DJ system also has admin modes to take over all the controls, which makes the player wouldn't be able to request a song. That's how the DJ mode works. And you can add new admin just by copy this one, for example, and then paste and change the ID right there. Okay, that's the admin IDs. Now this one is IDs for those who can control the G-Light panel in game. So yeah, this pretty much the same on how you can add more people to be available to be able to access the G-Light panel. Of course, this one is the configuration for the volume, speeds, etc. And this one is the skip. So currently we need 2 votes to skip a song. You can just change that to 1 to 10. It depends on you whether you like it to be 10. You can just change that. And this one right there, request limit for the guest or regular player, yeah, right now it's currently nil, means they wouldn't able to request a song except if they buy the VIP or VVIP. Only then they can request music onto the queue. Like for example this one, so they can request 2 music with 10 seconds cooldown each request. You can just change the value right there again, yeah. And this one is request by ID because there is some condition. Someone told me that sometimes they can request a music that's not working alone their map, like the vibes, the theme, and it's kind of annoying for them. That's why I'm adding this one, so you could control whether they can request music by ID or not, or they can only request from the song library. That's why I'm making this one. But if you want the player to be able to request a music by ID, you can just change this to be true. Okay, now this one is the top bar icon for the music to go. Of course, you can just change the icon if you don't like it. And this one is for the label, which is Nico DJ. You can also delete or rename. Yeah, do what you like. And this one is the refresh music because there are also conditions where some clients failed to download the music. That happened because the new Roblox update and some clients are failing to download the music and such, and it's kind of muted for them for the rest of the time. That's why we're adding the refresh music top bar. They can just toggle the request, not the request, but the refresh music top bar, and then their client will try to reload the music for them. This is just a case need, and this one is the top bar icon for that, and this one for the label. Now we can see right there, this one is the success sound ID. You can also spoof or change the ID. And this one is the warn. And this one is the volume. You can just change that if it's kind of too loud for you. The notification, yeah, like music success and such. And this one is the actual music library. You can add up your music just by adding like this one, for example. Oh, there are a lot of music right there. Yeah, for example, like this one. We can just copy from here. We copy that one, enter, paste, and you can change the music ID. you can change the title of the music, and this one is the genre. You can change the genre based on what you like. For example, if you want to reuse the existing one, for example this one, remix, you can. And if you want to make new genre, of course you can just type like new, just like that means it will be a new genre for this song. And the effect speed, yeah, this one specifically for the bypassed music, which normally edited their pitch of the song. So let's say if your music is pitch plus 3, the effect speed should be 0.84, around that. So it will sound normal when it gets played by the music system. But if it's just normal music, it's not the bypassed one, you can just change to 1.0. That's the normal effect speed for all music, yeah. Like for example, these two right there are the bypassed music, which clearly you can see the test copyright genre. Okay, that's for the NikuDJ config. Now moving on to admin top bar config. Yeah, this is basically just top bar icon. You can see right there, you can change the ID, you can change the label, but don't change the name right there because this is used from the codes to search, yeah. These are the ones you can edit, yeah, the label and also the image. Moving on, same thing, just top bar icon, just top bar icon. If you want to add label, just fill this out. Now setting config, same thing. Top bar config, also the same thing, so I got no point to explain this yet. And this one is admin config. Now take a look on this one. I need you to pay attention to what I will be saying to you. I'll be telling you. Like this one, the rules right there, you cannot add or edit the priority. For example, because I've seen people trying to add new rules somehow, when I clearly said you cannot add that. For example, like this one, if you add like that, it wouldn't work because there is no code wired to developer rules on the admin system. The admin system is completely separated from the title, blah blah blah. This is standalone admin system. What you can do is just use the existing roles for player, moderator, admin, super admin, and owner. And how to add more, for example like this one, I just need to copy this, enter. Yeah, if you want to add another or someone with owner priority or roles, you can just change the ID right there. But if you want to make them priority 2, which is admin, just change this to admin, just like that. So don't add new entries for this, just use the existing one, because in admin comment codes, let me just open that real quick. Okay, I do not intend to do that, but okay. Now admin comment codes, as you can see right there, we have the minimal role for each command, which is including the admin config, player, moderator, admin, super admin, and owner. Yeah, as you can see right there, minimal role who can use this command, which is respawn, is player. So from player, priority 0 to 4 will be able to use that one. And how about the other commands? For example, like this one, info. Info can only be used by the moderator, which moderator is priority 1, means admin, super admin, owner will also be able to use this command. That's the minimal required role to use the commands. Yeah, you can pretty much see each command right there. Yeah, so yeah, that's the thing. Do not add new entries. This is completely for the command access, not gonna affect your overhead and anything like that. Okay, now continue. This one is the prefix of the command. It's currently this one. You can change that to this. You can change that to semicolon. Yeah, you can change to whatever you like. But I really recommend you to not use semicolon, because I also knew, yeah, mostly people use call admin or Adonis admin, which their comments use semicolon for that. And if you use the same prefix as call admin or Adonis, it will fight each other. It will override each other. That's why you should differentiate the prefix from this admin comment codes, admin config, I mean. And then if you use another admin module or admin system, it won't override each other. They will work alone. So that's why you can change the prefix right there. And this one is anti-ALT or anti-alternative account, which right now minimal account each day is 30. So account that will be joining your map, if their account is below 30 days, they will get kicked. Your account must be at least 30 days old to play this game. You can change that to based on what you need, yeah. And this one, anti-rusuh, well, you can check out the anti-rusuh video on how this works. But yeah, in simple way to explain this is the block items, which often used by the troublemaker. They're trying to join your map and ruin your map by using the Titan avatar and such. You can block the item IDs right there. You just need to add more, and if they do caught trying to ruin your game using these avatar IDs, they will be kicked from the experience. Yeah, you should check out the anti-rusuh video on how it works. Yeah. Now continuing to avatar config. Yeah, avatar config, you can pretty much see right there. This is the player user ID. You can add more players ID, which we can use their avatars in game later on in the avatar panel. And this one is AFK config. So this one is also crucial to pay attention to. This one is threshold. Threshold used for counting how long until you get in AFK state. So let's say if you do nothing in 5 seconds, you will be in AFK state. And after that, while you are in AFK state, your max AFK time will auto rejoin your character into the same server on the same position. So let's say the threshold is 5 seconds and the max AFK time is 10 seconds. Hence, in total, it will be 15 seconds. Now, normally, I would change this to 300 and 800. So it's around 18 minutes. So player, if a player do nothing in your map for 18 minutes straight, they will get auto rejoin on the same game, on the same server, on the same spot. But make sure it's below 20 minutes. If you hit 20 minutes or precisely 20 minutes, Roblox will automatically kick that player. It won't get them to auto rejoin the game. That's why 300 seconds means it's 5 minutes, and this one is 800 seconds, which means I don't know how many minutes was that. So in total, if I'm not mistaken, 300 and 800, it should be 18 minutes, around 18 minutes or 17 minutes. So it's safe for auto rejoin. And this one is the force field effect on the player body. If you don't like that, you can just change this to false. Same goes for the text. If you don't want to show any text on the player body when they are in AFK state, you can also change this to false. Or if you would like to see a text displayed on the character, the AFK player, you can just change this to true. So does the animations right there. So does the sound. If you don't want to have for the AFK to have any sounds, you can just turn this to false. Same goes for the particle. But you pretty much can configure the true or false state of the AFK system right there. So just let me take it back to the original value, because it's for showcase later. I wouldn't wait 18 minutes to show you on how AFK works. And this one is Neko config. Neko config is for the donation. These are the product IDs, developer product IDs for the donation. You can clearly see right there and change that to your own developer product IDs. And this one is the donation level. Like you can see right there, the minimal amount for level 1 effect is 1 Robux. And then minimal amount for level 2 effect is 10, which means from 1 to 9 Robux, it will trigger effect level 1. So if you change this to 10 and this one to 20, for example, means from 10 to 19, it will trigger level 1 effect, and 20 till, I don't know, it based on what you type right there, what you decide the minimal amounts are. And this one, the duration of the effect, from level 1 to, from the level 1 to level 7. You can just change that in seconds. And these are the SFX audios for the effect. You can spoof the ID right there, the sound IDs, or you can just simply change that to the sounds you like. And this one is the volume of that SFX sound IDs. You can see right there. If you don't want to use the rig templates, you can just change these. It should be right there. Show donor rigs. You can change that to false if you don't want to use that. But if you do want, just leave it as it is. And this one is the chat on the live chat right there. It will show this. Change your live chat default message right there. And this one is the camera zoom for the donation. So minimal amount to trigger a camera zoom will be 10 Robux, which I do not recommend you to set it to low price, because zooming camera, so imagine if someone donated 10 Robux, each player camera will see this person who donated 10 Robux. And imagine if there are many players donating 10 Robux, their camera will go over there, over here, over this. It will be annoying. So I do really recommend you to set this for the high value, the high Robux donate only, like 1k for example. So If someone donated 1k, only then the camera zooming to that player for a second and then going back to your avatar, your character. So it would be less annoying for that, yeah. Or if you don't want to use the camera zoom at all, just set this to false. Okay, now this one is the animation IDs for the dono screen. Yeah, for the dono screen, you can see right there. You can change the animation IDs for that. And this one is top dono back screen, which is these two. You can just change that. This one 1 2 3. Yeah, 1 2 3. Same thing. And this one is the top donate labels, the one on your overhead when someone get into top 1 donator, like just like that, yeah. And this one is the coloring for that, and this one is the background color of that overhead. And this is for the rig templates animation. You can also change that to the animation you like for the rig templates top 1 to 3. Now it's the same for this one, is the level, yeah. You can see right there. Yeah, let me just read this one by one. This one is the rows templates for the donation or leaderboards, you might say, yeah. So this one is currently its 10. When you set this to like 100, yeah, it will be 100 in game later for the leaderboard. Same goes for the top levels, yeah. We have this one, top level, top like, and donors. You can simply just change the rows to whatever you like. And this one is the show overhead, the chat tags, if you don't want to show all chat tags and such. And this one for the leader stats, yeah, because leader stats have like info of the level, time, donated, and top donor. If you think that's too much, you can just set them to false accordingly. And this one is the top level animation, the rig templates animation. And this one right here is top level excluded user ID, which means if your ID is right there, you won't be shown on the leaderboard, on the level leaderboard right there. And this one is the fake donation admin, who can do fake donation on the game. And this one is the running text. You can change the speed, you can change the text, and you can also change the separator. Okay, now moving on to config. Yeah, config. This one should be child of the Nico handler, if I'm not mistaken, yeah. Okay, it's right. So hotbar slot, it's currently 5. You can change to 8, you can change to 2, you can change to 1, just like that. And this one is the backpack icon. This one is the collapse icon, yeah, and this one is collapse close icon. And the last one should be this. Of course, let's say you don't use group ID, or your map is not owned by your community, just set this to 0. And this one is the VIP and VVIP Game Pass ID. You can clearly change, you can clearly see and change the Game Pass ID for each required, yeah. This one is VIP, this one is VIP, and this one is the gift for the gift product, or you may say developer product IDs. You can just add the gift VIP and gift VVIP. And this one, if you don't want to use like VVIP at all, just set this to 0. Means we don't use it. But if you do use, then fill the IDs. And this one is the regular Game Pass. Same thing. Right now it's currently 0 and 0 because I don't use it. But if you do use them to just sell an item, where the item goes, it goes in server storage, VIP system, and you can see right there, they have folders containing the tools. So you can just change that to Game Pass ID, fill that out, and this one is the gift product ID. And the name is this one. The tool folder is regular Game Pass one, which is on this one. And this the description of the selling item. And how about if you want to add more items for VIP? Yeah? For example, right now it has the Azul and guitar. You can simply just boom, there you go. Means VIP will get Azul, bubble gun, and guitar. Now, how about if you want to add more items on VVIP? The same thing. Boom, there you are. So yeah, I don't think any hard thing to do right there. Just simply adding tool in their respective folder. Now, yeah, it's kinda a big thing to explain. Yeah, this is the rank. So for example, this one is for the owner, and the group priority is 255. Pardon. So the group priority is 255. If you do use your community, yeah, for example, you have community, it will auto read the group priority assigned right there. So yeah, for example, owner, and the VIP level is VVIP, and overhead mode, it's currently gradient. You can change that to RGB, for example, or you can change to static, just like that, static, yeah. But if you do want to change this to RGB later, it's better for me to show first and then edit this later, yeah, because it's kind of bit of a change later. And this one is the overhead animation speed, and this one is the icons for the owner and the chat tag color, and this one is the leader stat or team's color, really red, and the team priority is 10. Yeah, the lower the team priority, the higher it will be shown in the leader stat. And this one is the member owner. True, if you want it to be hard coded. So let's say this test play. Okay, now I'm currently VVIP right there, right? Now, how about if I add my ID? Wait, let me grab my account ID. There we are. Let me just copy this one. Let me just open my community so I can get my community ID later, yeah. Like this one. Let me change this ID to mine, yeah. And then let's test play once again. It will be changed to owner. As you can see right there, the color right now is gradient wave animation right there. See, and I should be on owner team. So this is what I'm talking about. The owner is the first one to be appearing on the leader stat because the owner team priority is 10. The lower you got, the higher will be shown on the leader stat. So it will be shown at the first one because the team priority is 10, while the other is 20, this one is 30, and such. Now, so that you know, if let's say I took out my ID from these hard-coded IDs, the overhead, the team, and such will show that I am VVIP, right? Yep, I'm VVIP. Yeah. And how about if I add my community ID, which I'm the owner, and the owner rank priority in community is 255. So what I meant by the rank priority, you can clearly see on the rules right there. So the honored, you can go to settings, you can see the rank priority is 255 for the honored. While for the member, you can see, oh, it's rank 1, which means, let me just fill this with the community ID. Pardon. Just like that. I'm not in any hard-coded IDs right now, yeah, as you can see. Means it will auto-detect my community rank priority as owner. Look at that. Because the owner used the group priority 255, which align with the rank priority of the owner, of the honored. Just like that. So let's say if you have a new role or new priority for the group members and such, you can just set this group priority to whatever you like. Depends on the rank priority in your community. So that's how you configure the configs in this system. And this one is the gift title for those who are able to use the gift command. Yeah, only these IDs who can get that. And this one is also the set level command. Yeah, you can clearly just add new entries, yeah, just by copying this one, copy, and then what the hell, yeah, copy, enter, and paste, just like that. And this one is the level chat colors, the chat tag, and this one is the overhead, yeah, the coloring on the overhead. Minimal level 0, they will get this one. Level 5, they will get this one on their overhead. Level 5 with yellow and such color. Now you can clearly see and change that right there. And that's all about it. Now, for some essential thing, since many of you still don't understand things about how to change the icon on the panel, for example. Yeah, just simply go to starter GUI, and let's say for this one, for example, for instance, yeah, you can change this icon to yours just by simply changing the texture ID on this one. Or let me just open the main stuff, menus, and the genres. Let me just set that to visible. You can see the song list is using my icon, of course. You can just change that. Yeah, the ID, same thing. And then don't forget to set this back to visible false. For the queue, for example, yeah, you can clearly see that. You don't need to search one by one exactly. You can just click, and there you are. Just change the ID. So I kind of confused actually about this kind of thing. You just need to click and change that. You don't have to be confused on how to change. Just open the starter GUI, because the GUI is pre-built in the starter GUI, not built by the script. So that's how you change, yeah. Now, yeah, we do need to show you on how this system works, yeah. Let's see in game. So just like this, as you can see, the player screen, yeah, this one is the top one, and this one is for the banner top one. Yeah, if we don't have top 2 or 3 just yet, it will keep empty, yeah? And this one is the player screen, and yeah, this one is the top donation, this one is the product list for donation, as you can see right there. And this one is the live chat, the rig templates, the top level. Yeah, like I said, my ID is the is in the excluded ID. That's why I'm not shown on the level even though I'm level 100. Yeah, because I excluded myself from the leaderboards. Same goes for the top like. And yeah, first thing first, let me just show you the DJ. Okay, pardon me. Okay, now let me just show you. Let me get back right there. We can add music just like that. It will go to the queue. Yeah. Just like that. And this one is the favorite list. You can favorite the music. Like this one, it will go to the favorite. And this one is the genre. The genre you can just choose and search for the song. For example, one, you can see right there, 1 in a million. Now you might be wondering, why are there duplicates? It's because this one. Yeah, let me show you on the DJ config. You can see there are multiple things right there. Yeah, let me omit that one. Rixt it all. See, it's all the same song. I'm testing that out because I'm trying to see on how it works for the song list here. So let me just delete the duplicates so you wouldn't skeptical about that, because I know people are skeptical nowadays. So let me just delete the duplicate entries just like that. Now let's just play. There you are. See, it's not duplicated. Yeah, it's not the code problem or what. It's just me testing the ID. Yeah, as you can see right there, the queue will be shown right there. You can pause and such. There is the DJ mode. When you toggle this one, the other players wouldn't be able to request music. Only you as the DJ who can control that. I did change this to V5. Somehow it's still V4. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, just like that. Now that's for the music. You can also refresh. Let me just pause that one. So for example, if you don't hear the music, you can click the refresh. Yeah, it will refresh the music on your client. Yeah, that's the thing. And this one is the setting. You can hide the game UI. Yeah, including this one. Yeah, you can toggle that back on. And this one is to hide the overhead. And this one is for accessories. Yeah, look at that, the particles. And this one is bubble chat. For example, let me type T. And now if I turn this off, you cannot change. You cannot see the chat bubble right there. If I turn this on, there you are, the chat. And this one is for the shadows. You can just turn off the shadows. And this one is hide and mute, which to hide and mute the people completely. We will need to show that later in game. And this one is the camera focus, like headlock, just like that. And this one is the head, focus on head. Like that. Body, just like that, close. And you also notice right there the emotes. Yeah, you can just drag this. You can also auto dance, so you don't need to do anything, it will auto dance. Yeah, as you can see right there, it will change the dance. Just like that. And yeah, let me just turn that off. This one is the admin panel. As you can see right there, I can just click this and say hi. Yeah, you can also give VIP or VVIP. Click this and click the player, it will give the VIP to that player. So you can control everything right there. For the comment like server announcement as announced, this will only shown on the server. You can also like set size, for example. Yeah, let me just search that up. Yeah, size me. I click myself 5. Yeah, look at that. Now I'm 5. Then I can just set myself like size to 1. Yeah, I'm back to normal. Or we can also just type manually. Size me 1. See? Size me 2. There you are. Just take it back. Size me 1. And this one for the overhead. So you get the overhead right there. We have the title 1, title 2, and the rank. For example, title 1. Yeah, I click myself. Let me set that to gradient. Let's say me 1, just like that. And the coloring, you can clearly see the preview. Yeah, let me change that to, wait, let me just change that to white, I guess. This one, this one, this one, and this one. You can see the preview right there. This one for the background, yeah. See right there. You can clearly see right there. And let me just apply that. Now, see, me 1. The second title is the same, but I will be making it as RGB. Me 2. You can also apply this to players. Players you choose from the player list right there. Now let me just change the background to this. And the RGB colors. See, and then let me just apply, and there you are, me 1 and me 2. And how about the rank? I'm owner right now, yeah. Let me just change that to custom. The honored. And then the background is, yeah, I prefer black, just like that. And change the color to this, this, and this. This is just for example. And then, as you can see, it changes to the honored, even though I'm owner rank. When I type, it's the honored. So yeah, that's for the overhead. We can also remove. And there you are, we're back to owner. Yeah, just like that. Now for this one, we also have the question mark right there. Yeah, you can see the admin list. If you want to remove an admin from the list, yeah, you can double click. And they will be removed from the admin. This is all the comments you can use, including the explanation, gives admin to a player, blah blah blah. And this one is the banned player list. You will be seeing the banned players on this list. Same thing. So that's how you configure the admin panel. And this one is the avatar catalog. Yeah, of course, this one are your own avatars, and the etc is the players on the server later. So you can use their avatars on that server later. Yeah, we cannot show you right now because we're in studio. Yeah, for example, like this one, let me just dance, yeah, like this one, or accelerada. Let me just change to my own avatars. Let me change to the I'm hollow. Yeah, it won't stop you from the dance at all. See right there. And then let me just stop this. Yeah. Oh, not this one, but this one. Sorry. Now let me just stop this and open the shop. Yeah, you can see the donation products right there. This is the VIP. You can also toggle the gift button to give the player on the list right here later. You can give and click the player just like that. And this one is for the donation, for example, like this one. See? Test. There you are. You can see when we using RE, it will be changed to one right there. And how about if I donated? Oh yeah, let me just see Nico config. The minimal level, is it level? This one is level 5. Level 5 is 25. So 25. Let's try this one. Yep, it works. It will show your avatar on the dono screen right there. Yeah, whatever you do, yeah, you are emoting just like that. Now, what else? Yeah, this one is the same. This one for everyone to use for the rejoin or the respawn. Yeah, see right there. And this one, the G-Light panel. You can clearly see, for example, like out between bars, yeah. And this one is the strobe. See right there. You can pretty much setting the G-Light from here. See? And this one is fake donation. Now let's try the Nico config. Let me just see. 1, 10, 15, okay, per 5. Let's say at 1. Okay, this is the level 1 effect. Now let me add to hello, for example. Yeah, let's wait for this effect. How long did I made the effect? It's 20 seconds. Okay, now let me just add to hello. Not 2, but it should be 10, right? At 10 hello for level 2. Yeah. And then at 15 hello. God damn, it's so long, 20 seconds. This is the level 3. And then 20. That's level 4. And 25 it is for level 5. Okay, that's level 5. This, oh, 25 already done that. Sorry, at 30 then. Oh, hell nah, we're waiting for 20 seconds. Okay, 30. This is level 6. Okay, now the last one should be 35, yeah. Okay, that's the last one. That's the last one. So that's the donation effect. There are more than that though. Let me open the server storage. Oh yeah, I forgot to show you on how to add more animation IDs, yeah. You can open the animation manager, you can just duplicate and add new IDs for the dance, and this one for the emotes, same thing, just duplicate, change the name, change the ID, there you go. To add more IDs, yeah, for the animation system. And for the carry animation, yeah, I should explain you this. On replicated, there should be Nico shared carry replic carry choices. For example, like this one, Begelut kita, first anim and second anim. Yeah, this one. You can right click, save to Roblox and upload the animation based on what you need. If your map is owned by community, then change the creator to your community, publish to your community. But if you don't use community, just me. Save, yeah, copy the ID and then paste on this first animation. Same goes for the second animation, just like that. Copy, and there you are, paste on the second animation, and there you go, it's done. Do the rest, yeah. Not only Begelut kita, but the rest is also needed to be published for the animation. The animations are on server storage. You can see it's based on the name. Now, for example, Nico Club Kit and SFX level. Yeah, you can see you can also change the effect right there if you want to change the effect, SFX effects. So yeah, I guess that's all about how to configure and such. Now let me just show you real quick in game about the hide and mute and such, yeah. Let me just publish this. Okay, it's done. Now see you in game. Okay, I also record on mobile. Let me just join. Yeah, I gotta do this fast because I set the AFK to 15 seconds, which is quite fast. Yeah, for example, on mobile, yeah, let me just see. Let me just drag it right there and let me just auto dance for this. Oh hell, now let me just coordinate dance. Let me align him. just right there, so you could see later on how the AFK works. Yeah, I'll just let my account on PC to AFK and auto rejoin, and you will see something. So it will auto re-sync or re-coordinate things to the player. So let's say if you are AFK while syncing or while coordinating dance with others, it will auto rejoin and auto re-coordinate you to the same person. You can also see the leader, yeah, sync to who and what animation they use. So let's say I'll just leave my PC1 untouched until it rejoins. Yeah. So you can see if it auto resync or not. Yeah, it auto rejoins and you can see it auto resync. There you are. So that's how it works. Let me just stop and stop on mobile too. Now for the hide and mute. Yeah, hide and mute, of course. You open this one, hide and mute, see right there, click, and he's gone. No matter what you do, no matter what he does, no matter what he does and such, you wouldn't see him at all. See? So that's how it works. Now for this one, for example, let me just give ya. Give VIP ke bukan yang ini. There you are. It's gifted already. Same goes for the gift VIP. See? And there you go. And let me assign for him, yeah, the title one, for example, task. Let me make it gradient, just like that. And there you are. You can see task. And how about if what else? From the shop. Yeah, from the shop you can give. Yeah, this is for player per player, yeah, of course. You can give him right there. Or you can also see on the mobile. Let me just open shop. You can, oh hell no, AFK. Let me just open that one. Yeah, you can see you can also give on mobile, yeah. And oh yeah, carry. Yeah, let me just carry this one. Carry, let's say ginong belakang. Let me accept that, and there you are. That's the carry. You can also drop, yeah. And yeah, what else? Let's say. Now we have the top one and top two, yeah. Well, I think I don't need the mobile no more. Let me just stop the recording on mobile. Okay, that's done on mobile, and you can see right there. Yeah, this is the top one, top two, and this one will be animated just like that. That's me, top two. That's top one. Where is the top three? We don't have one. That's why it only changing to top one and top two. Okay, this is the rig templates right there. You can see, yeah, and yeah, this is the music. This is the VIP and VVIP zone. Yeah, just like that. And here are the items. You can also hide this, yeah. The items, the balloon, and then the segway. There you are. And this one is the shark. This one is for the hammer. And this one is the money gun. Let me open. Yeah, this is the sign. sign. This is the AFK. This is the confetti, and this one azul. You can see right there. And there you are drunk. Look at that. Yeah, let's wait for us to get sober. It's gonna take a while. There you are. We're back to normal. This one is the glow stick. You can see up there. You can change the color. You can change to that. Or you can change to this one. For example, let me dance. Yeah, just like that. And what else? This is the vape. This is the guitar. And that's all about the items. You can also hide just like that. Now, how about the items? Yeah, I forgot to show you that too. Let me back to studio once again. Yeah, about the items, yeah. For example, like Sharky, it has animation. You just need to publish the animation and then paste the ID inside the script. Same goes for the sign. For example, like this one, yeah. The sign right there. Animation tool. Yeah, you can publish the animation and then paste the animation right there. Same goes for the rest of the tool. Like this one, Hello Kitty. Yeah, Hello Kitty doesn't have that kind of script, but they have the animation. Publish and paste the ID right there. As simple as that. And after that, I think that's all about the Neko Club Kit. Yeah, we are covering all the systems already, the admin panel, music and such. And yeah, I hope you guys like it. See you on the next one. Bye bye.